General. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Man, calling, let me get out of here so y'all can see this background. Did FBA conduct the first purge during the crack era? Yeah, we gotta talk about this now. We gotta talk about all the shit that our people have done to each other right here in Black America. For many of y'all foundational Black American, y'all don't want to talk about it. A lot of you niggas is still in that sick state of mind where purging the goddamn community is all you do. Y'all so worried about, these flip flop niggas that y'all have not brought these ignorant psychotic niggas you know, to judge, brought their ass to accountability for a lot of the pillaging that then took place right here in Black America. I noticed very recently that, man, so many babies, black babies, is being murdered by their own parents. A lot of men. Okay, that one nigga down there, what was it, in Baton Rouge or Shreveport? Was it Shreveport, Louisiana, where he killed all his baby? Sick. And that shit going on all over the fucking United States. Niggas ain't we got to talk about that. That takes priority over anything that these niggas talking about. These niggas don't want to talk about that. If the police kill one of our people, and we should be activists, we should rise up. It's a historical crime that is taking place. That they've been doing this shit since slavery, since the plantation, and they still, so we should rise up. But how in the hell we gonna have any credibility when we only rise up when the government or the white man or the police kill our people, but we don't say a goddamn thing when our own people right here in our own community, foundational Black Americans, is killing up all the babies, the women, and and their own brothers. So when we look in the mirror, we our own worst goddamn enemy. I was sitting up there looking at the Purge and thinking about Detroit, and this is in love. I love my city. I love my city. I love Detroit. But it is what it is. I don't love you to the point where I don't check you and say, yeah. And very well, Detroit may be getting better, but look at what the fuck the damage was. Oh, now motherfucker getting better after you done fucked the whole city up. I mean, come on, man. You don't get no cookie from me for doing no shit like that. And it's no different than any other. I just speak for where I came, what I saw. But it's no different. So I don't want people to think that, I'm singling out, because I'm not singling out shit. All these motherfucking cities is the same, you know, is the same. Real talk. A purge went on during the crack era, where I mean a lot of innocent lives, was taken. And motherfuckers ain't and still have not grown out of that sick psychotic mentality. Still ain't. The shit that we, that came up in that era is in the drill kill music. All that crazy shit. It affected us to the point that we still can't turn the corner on all that crazy talk. All these killings, especially in the rap game. Not just especially, but a nigga can't, soon as a nigga make one song, his ass be dead the next day. I be seeing, a lot of channels where it show all the rappers. Now I don't know if these niggas was was they just some niggas rap for the fuck of it. They might not ever get famous or rich, or they rap and shit. So I understand, niggas is rapping in the basements. We've been rapping. And so I know a lot of rappers, was getting killed like every day. They say a rapper was killed like every day for like 2 years, 3 years straight. Some rapper somewhere got killed. And that's crazy. Nigga can't even make a song and he's a target. But what is you rapping about? Yeah, Black Power. So what is you rapping about? And so I remember when I was coming up in goddamn Detroit during the crack era. Oh my God. Detroit was vicious. Detroit was the worst city in the fucking United States. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Detroit was like, the goddamn murder capital for like, nigga, out of 10 years, Detroit was damn near the murder capital 4, 5 years out of 10 years straight. Them 80s, late 80s and shit, the 80s and shit, you know what I'm saying? Uh, man, I, yeah, you know what? I don't want to say, what should be banned. If you're talking crazy, yeah, 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 I think motherfuckers should be deterred from talking crazy, especially when these niggas is living it out, killing innocent people. Yeah, that's just like a drug. If a motherfucking drug is a threat to the society, and that's just like fentanyl. They got this deadly shit out here, this fentanyl, and motherfuckers is ODing every day. Should you attack people that's selling that? Yeah, people's is dying. What you gonna do? Let the motherfucking society go up under? And you the administration, at that point, you have to do the right thing. You got to move on it. It has become a detriment to society, you know? And gangster rap. And I don't even know if that's gangster rap. I don't even think it's gangster rap no more. I think it's drill music. The one thing I can say about gangster rap, some of them niggas tried to, it still came on the the end of conscious rap, and then some of it kind of blended in with conscious rap. And so some of the gangster niggas was conscious too. You know what I'm saying? You see, I want motherfuckers to understand that in that gangster era, it was still some conscious. Let me get you on up out of here. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so in the gangster rap, it was still some consciousness. You know, yeah. Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it. I got it. Normally we have somebody out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. We gotta stay. But anyway, let me stay focused. The gangster shit. It was some niggas trying to kick some type of consciousness. Nah, today ain't no consciousness. Period. Ain't no motherfucking consciousness. You know what I'm saying? You had motherfuckers. They was spitting that gangster shit. But even Cube. I didn't agree with every fucking thing Cube did. But he tried to say something to a nigga, at some point in time. You had Spice One. He was a gangster nigga, but he was trying to lead niggas that was in the game, trying to get him a path up out of there, you know. And I didn't agree with all that shit because a lot of it was, but you had some that had a message. Drill music ain't no damn message. Ain't no message. You ain't got a motherfucker saying shit. Some of them motherfuckers was saying, yeah, I was in the game, but this what happened to me. In trying to show a young nigga you don't want to do this shit. So yeah, a lot of it was harsh, but at that time, you needed a nigga that could reach into the streets like that. Cause at that time you couldn't just come conscious no more. You couldn't come. So some of them took the gangster shit, mixed it with the conscious, and was able to influence some of these brothers and sisters out there to maybe take a second look at the life that they was leading. You ain't got no motherfucker that gonna do that today. You know what I'm saying? But when we start talking about a purge, you know, that crack era was a purge. For real. It traumatized me so much. You know, and most motherfuckers that lived through them 80s, man, whoa, them motherfucking 80s was vicious. You know, it was vicious on the black community. And I'm talking about, man, you talking about thousands of people perished in that era. All, you know, just in one city, you know, in one city. So when you add up all these cities during the 80s and even going into the 90s, man, what a purge that black people committed on their own self, their own community, that they don't want to account for. And niggas still living a lot like that today. You see? Still living like that. I mean, Chicago still got some crazy fucking numbers, man. Chicago got numbers like back in the 80s. Like that, you know, like crack was, you know, still out on the street up in that motherfucker. Like, what is going on for them to have crazy ass murder numbers like that? That drill. Because Chicago is like, ain't that the home of that drill music? I think Chicago the home of drill music. Yeah. Oh yeah, Flint was ignorant. Flint was like Detroit. Shit. A lot of Detroit motherfuckers went down there to Flint too. You know what I'm saying? And so Flint was like shit. One time Flint was behind Detroit. Number one in the as the murder capital. Detroit was the murder capital, and Flint was number two. This is not a brag. This is not at all. That just show you that whole fucking area was wow. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Trauma. And it ain't that way no more. And people say, well, it ain't like, yeah, look at all the shit missing. Ain't no damn, the city is half of what it is. It ain't like that no more. Yeah, it ain't that, yeah, motherfucker had 650. When I was living, when you talk about back in the 80s, Detroit was over 1 million people. It ain't like that no more. Yeah, everybody dead and gone. Shit, what the fuck? I could never imagine Detroit be 600 some thousand people. Detroit, I remember when Detroit was like 1.2 million people. Not a motherfucker half of what it was. Yeah. So anyway, FBA gonna have to look in the mirror. FBA gonna have to look in the mirror and talk about what the fuck it done done to his own people and what it's continuing to do to his own, instead of taking some shit that really don't matter and blowing it up and making it seem like this is, these, flip-flop niggas is the issue, when the reality is FBA is their own worst motherfucking enemy. Their own worst enemy. Deal with that, family. I see y'all in a minute. Click that link down. Peace, family. Uh-oh, that must be a god. Peace to D Mecca, Detroit. That's right, Black Power. That's a God. I see you. Peace to the God. I see y'all in a minute, man. Click that link down there. Patreon. Get over to the general Patreon page. Ain't number 2 raw for YouTube. Generalseti One Stop Etsy store. Get over there. Get some of that classic material. HD classic. You already know what it is. Black Power.